Let's turn now to the sexual misconduct allegations that are humiliating Greta Thunberg's Gaza flotilla. The New York Post reported this exclusive story earlier this week that one of its woke leaders was accused of sexual misconduct with at least three volunteers.
Oh my goodness. I mean, well, of course you saw this coming. Of course, they are going to be weirdos, so like, of
This
course
is the
they're
flotilla
weirdos.
set
And
sail
they,
from
that,
Barcelona for another anti-Israel voyage to Gaza.
on a boat, everybody's stuck on a boat. Of course, they are going to. Of course, they are weirdos. They are weirdos. We all know that. So of course they're going to be doing this kind of weird nonsense on the boat. You know what I'm saying?
Now, the senior leader named was Thiago Avila, and he's responded to the allegations by strongly denying them. He told the New York Post that these allegations are obviously not true. The ethics committee talked to all three people mentioned, and they confirmed that this is just a smear campaign, that we are comrades and nothing ever happened. Well, we did an expose of senior figures on
it might not be true though,
including.
But it definitely sounds like something that could happen there. Like, it sounds like something that could happen there.
That organiser Thiago in September last year. Now, Thiago is not simply a Palestinian advocate, but a supporter of terrorists. He attended Hezbollah leader Hassan Nasrallah's funeral and celebrated the terror leader.
Think about liberation of the entire world. When you study the histories of revolutions and anti-colonial struggle and anti-imperialist struggle, we see some figures, some people that they come out, that they shine. And Sayyid Hassan Nasrallah was one of these people.
Now, Nasrallah.
What are we talking about? This is insane. Listen, I think it's an overflow of Marxism, communism. Everyone's like, oh my goodness. The oppressor and the oppressed, that kind of mentality, that you're able to go for the side of the literal terrorists just because, it's against someone that seems like an oppressor. Like, that's insane talk right there. That's insane, man.
Was responsible for the murder of thousands, including American, French, and Saudi citizens.
Well, of course, that doesn't matter to them. As long as it's focused, as long as it fits in there, the ideology, then it makes sense. That who cares about people then?
Was to be at his funeral.
So I'm actually very honored to be here. I hope I can convey the message as best as I can.
Thiago has also spoken in support of the IRGC, standing on a podium offering condolences to the deceased President Ibrahim Raisi. And he's not ashamed about this.
See, this is what I'm talking about. If anything, the US or Israel does, we're like, "Oh, that's war crime. That's insane. Like, you cannot do that. That's war crime. You should be prosecuted." Maybe they're right. Maybe some things that the US and Israel do are wrong. You know what I'm saying? That's very possible. But that doesn't mean that you should go to the extent of supporting evil just because I don't like this evil, so I'm supporting this evil. Like, arguably, that's way worse. It's never arguably, that's way worse. You know what I'm saying? The Iranian regime is just way worse than anything the US and Iran and Israel has done. And it's not just the Iranian regime supporting terrorists just because they're against Israel. It's brainwash. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't make any sense.
On his own social media account.
Good afternoon, everyone. First of all, I'd like to express my condolences to
just anti-Zionism. Anything that's against Zionism, we avoid. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't work.
And here he is chanting death to America, death to Israel, and victory for Islam.
Terrorism.
So this is the figure, the anti-America terrorist support.
Definitely sounds like someone Greta Thunberg will be around. And the crazy thing about that is that she just keep silly stuff like this. Dedicate your life to silly stuff like this. It's just evil. You know what I'm saying?
Figure at the center of the latest controversy involving the Gaza flotilla. The New York Post reports that the flotilla aims to raise $4.87 million for its current trip. But it also quoted Palestinians in Gaza saying that the money would have been better donated rather than throwing it into the sea without any benefit. Now, you may recall that when Israel boarded their flotilla last year, they claimed, and Israel claimed, there was little to no aid on board. It was all a self-indulgent PR.
Of course it is. Of course it is. It's just PR. Of course it is just PR. Of course there's no substance to it. You know what I'm saying? Of course that's what they're doing. It's just show. Oh, we hate these guys. We're just hating the anti these guys. We hate it. Like, it's just show. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't make any sense.